looking for high-grade silver in a historic silver mining district. Hi, George Sanders here, President, Goldcliff Resource Corporation. We are coming to you today from the Ainsworth Silver property, just south of Caslow in southern British Columbia in the Kootenay region. You are looking at me facing southeast, and if you can see in the background, that is Kootenay Lake. This is a historic silver district, and the southern part of the property on which I stand is a part of that silver district that has yielded some spectacular high-grade former production, and our work here is trying to nail down targets for additional lenses or pods of that style of mineralization. What I'd like to focus on a little bit today is some of the ground geophysics that we did here last year, and we are following up with this September's program at Ainsworth. In 2021, we flew an airborne survey, and we got a very long, consistent geophysical response from that survey, a long conductor running north-south. You're looking southeast, so if I turn a little bit this way, this is the north-south direction, and we had a long conductor. Our work from last year and our work again this year geophysically and augmented by geochemical results from last year and our geologic mapping tells us that that airborne conductor is actually an averaging of a number of different structures, likely shear zones. What's exciting to us about this work is that in the regional BC government mapping, there is identified something as the #1 shear. That shear zone is in part responsible for the mineralization that occurs at the #1, which is just about 300 meters in that direction to the south of us. It turns out that geologic mapping and additional ground geophysics, we're finding a number of anomalies that look like they may be additional shear zones. So what we have going on here, we believe, is not just this one structure, but indeed the possibility of many, whether they're offshoots or offsets, or they are part of a structural system, remains for us to find out. But in the meantime, it tells us that this area of the property at Ainsworth is really open to a lot more potential targets for additional mineralization. One of those anomalies is this, just over my right shoulder, this dead tree. Just behind that is a two styles of ground geophysics coincident anomaly, and just up the slope a little bit to my left, about 100 meters, is another such anomaly. We're very interested in that particular anomaly because it is while it's on the same strike, it's not on the trend. It's sort of maybe a parallel structure. So we're really excited about that. We're really excited about the fact that a number of our geochemical responses from last year confirmed that. So we're doing that work again this year on a very detailed basis. I will sum up by telling you that the mineralization here is contained in sulfides, and as such the material is going to be very dense, very heavy. It's going to have a high specific gravity, and so when a tonnage calculation is made of a length and a depth and a width, when you add a high tonnage or high specific gravity to that calculation, the area containing that mineralization does not have to be particularly huge. We will remind shareholders and viewers that this is a well-prospected district, and so that any mineralization coming to surface will have either been mined or tested long ago in the past. So we're looking for stuff that doesn't outcrop, doesn't come to surface, and as such these can be smaller or quite discrete target areas. So before we go to the expensive exercise of prospecting with the drill bit, we want to do this detailed methodical work to nail down the targets for trenching and drilling, which we hope to do next field season. So ongoing work in September of 2025. To date, very encouraged by the ground geophysical response. Obviously, geochemical sampling, we won't have those results back for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months by the time we're out of here. But so far, progress is going really well. We are zeroing in on some target areas that we think we would like to get to with trenching and drilling early next spring. So stay tuned and continue to join us in our hunt for more high-grade silver in the Kootenays.